But Gen Z is driven by FOMO, fear of missing out, and they've seen the meme stock craze, which made a few young investors rich. Financial influencers are becoming increasingly popular on TikTok and Instagram. The good news is that Gen Z is investing at an early age. Most people wait far too long before they start investing. The bad news is that so many Gen Zers are trading heavily, which on average is a money loser. Let's hope they figure out soon that passive, buy and hold, set it and forget it investing is far more likely to keep them from missing out. I'm Jeff Colvin.
This segment has been sponsored by the local Edward Jones office of Lee Colvin. The host of this show and Edward Jones have an existing business relationship. This event is not a testimonial of the services provided by Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. You know, their charitable foundation, Sharing Change, is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation. And you support hundreds of local nonprofits by doing so. You can find out more about it at sharingchange.org. Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin in the studio here this morning, looking dapper as always. You know, if your name was Dan, we could call you Dapper Dan.
Yes, I guess we would. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess we have to just call you Dapper Lee now.
Oh, folks, please help him.
Do you know what Dapper Dan used to be?
Yeah, wasn't that the I think you're just giving me a hard time because I don't have any hair.
Well, no.
Isn't that the hair ointment or something?
It was, and it was unintended, but after I said it, then I remembered what Dapper Dan was, and so I just didn't know if you knew.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah. See, folks, first he just goes off the cuff, then he just, insults me and humiliates me right here on the air.
Well, it's not humiliating. I mean, you have to live with that face all the time. Right?
Oh, just kidding. Ouch. The fun we get to have around here.
Yeah, at your expense right now, but we'll move on.
That's all right.
Lee, of course, comes in and chats with us every few weeks as Edward Jones financial advisor. And today we're going to maybe kind of dive into the question, what does it cost not to have life insurance?
Not to have it, Brian. Mm-hmm. That is the question. And, it's probably not on everyone's calendar yet. I'm just going to say yet. But in case you did not know, because there needs to be one of these for every day and every month and every year, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. Congratulations. Now we know.
Fireworks and all.
Now
right?
we know. Absolutely. And, the thing about that is it means it's a good time to be more aware of the benefits of having life insurance, as well as the dangers of not having life insurance.
Life insurance is one of those things where you know about it, probably kind of aware of it, but maybe confused by it even a little bit, and how it works and that kind of thing. So maybe we can tackle some of that first, because there's probably some confusion, wouldn't you think?
There are many folks who get confused about the basic elements of owning life insurance, and maybe keeping some folks from getting the protection that they actually need, Brian. More than half of uninsured Americans right now say that they have put off purchasing coverage of life insurance because they don't know what to buy or how much they need. And this is according to Life Happens and LIMRA, which are two nonprofit organizations that provide research and education about life insurance.
Well, delaying, putting off, that's something that when you, I guess, quote, get around to it, could cost you more if you don't try to answer some of those questions and get on the stick, I guess.
It definitely can. confusion, it may be understandable, but that delay can be so costly in more ways than one. From a strict dollars and cents perspective, it's generally much more affordable to buy life insurance when you're younger, but there are potentially much greater costs involved in not having insurance when it's needed, and these costs can be very personal.
Well, let's get maybe specific here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so, what is it actually worth? To know your family could stay in your home if something happened to you, to know that your children could continue their education plans and not have to drop out because the income was no longer there. Maybe to know that your debts could be paid without burdening your family. Clearly, if you were to assign these benefits a price tag, it would be a pretty high cost on any one of those, especially the cumulative of all those together. And that's the value of owning sufficient life insurance for you and your family.
So let's kind of get back to the issue of people putting off buying insurance because they don't know how much they need or what type they have. Because, again, the question we're trying to answer today, what does it cost to not have life insurance? So got a couple of points here, I think.
Yeah, so one, how much is enough? How much insurance is enough? You might hear that you need life insurance equal to about 7 to 10 times your pre-tax annual salary. And that's not a bad ballpark figure, but not everybody is playing in the same ballpark. To get a true sense of how much of a death benefit you require from your lifetime insurance, you'll need to consider a variety of factors, possibly including your current income, your spouse's income, looking at the size of your mortgage in addition to other liabilities, other debts that you have, considering the number of children that you all have, looking at educational expenses and final expenses for funeral arrangements. And these are just a short list of the many items that could be included in that.
Yeah. Lee Colvin with us today, Edward Jones financial advisor, helping to answer the question, what does it cost not to have life insurance? Lee, I think one of the things that can be confusing about it is the different types of life insurance.
You're absolutely right, Brian, and you can essentially choose between two basic types of life insurance, one being term insurance, the other being permanent insurance.
So what is term?
Well, so as its name suggests, it is designed to provide coverage for a designated period, such as a 20-year or a 10-year term.
Okay.
Generally speaking, this insurance is quite affordable for most folks, especially when they buy policies as young adults. On the other hand, permanent insurance, such as whole life or universal life, is usually considerably more expensive than term. This is because permanent insurance premiums, in addition to providing a death benefit, can also build cash value. And that's a big difference. You can typically access this cash value through loans or through withdrawals of the policy over time, and this can give you additional flexibility should your financial needs change over time.
Okay.
When you're trying to choose between these, Brian, between the term and the permanent insurance, you also want to evaluate several issues such as how long do you think you'll need coverage and how much can you afford to pay in premiums.
Sure. And we're just kind of scratching the surface here, trying to answer this question, finding out about benefits and cost and the type of insurance. you probably need some help trying to make the right choice here for you. Because, I mean, everybody's individual, as is everything that you do, it seems.
Absolutely. And finding out, about the benefits, the cost, the types of life insurance can help you make informed choices, really to help protect your family for years to come. So please don't delay learning what you need to know. You can always reach out to us at Edward Jones. We are licensed life insurance agents as well as financial advisors. We would be more than happy to sit down, assess the need for you and your family, and look at the benefits and the coverage that can be available for you. As always, you can reach out to my office at 615-907-7056. Again, that's 615-907-7056. And either my office, we can help you, or we can talk to you, find out more of your particular needs, and possibly find just the best financial advisor with Edward Jones in the local community.
Very good. As always, you always bring some good points and good information, and appreciate you stopping in today.
Well, hey, thank you so much for having us, and hope you all have a wonderful life insurance September month.
There you go. Yeah, put it on the calendar. Don't forget it now. It's Life Insurance Awareness Month here in September. That's our pal Lee Colvin joining us today here on Rutherford Issues. And a reminder, if you came in a bit late and you think, man, I really wish I'd heard the first 5 minutes of that conversation, you can. Just check the podcast at WGNSradio.com under podcast and Rutherford Issues, or choose wherever you listen to audio, search for WGNS. I'm talking Spotify, iHeartMedia, Amazon Music, Apple, and more.
And Doug. With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings?